Good morning, friends. This video is going to be on the cadenza of the Haydn G Major Violin Concerto number 2. And I'm doing it the next morning after I did the other parts because I just ran out of steam. And this cadenza is very short, written by Franz Kuchler, which many of you know who are playing from the Barber series, that he has a nice concertina. So it's a nice, very nice cadenza and has some interesting technical challenges. Let's go through it. So we're coming out of this last chord. Now we have some different options here. We could just continue up bow. We can do it this way where we have a separate each beat, up bow, down bow. Now we can do 2 beats on one. That's the way I just recorded it. It can also be done start again, down bow. That works also, 2 beats per bar. We could also do it's okay. It depends on how you feel. The key is for you as a student, be engaged, have a feeling about the music, decide how you want to play it. That's a nice one. I think that's a really nice one also, where we'll continue up bow, and then two bows here. I think you want to end down bow. Well, how's it? It's a little awkward if you come into the second bar up bow. See, you think about all these little details. It's not a big deal. I like it. Okay, so that's a nice solution. So in the second bar, we have these little arpeggios. The first, from the first to the second, is not too difficult. It's a whole step from. We're going from the third to the. Have to move that first finger across. Now the third one is a little more difficult because we're going to have to shift up the second position. The fourth finger is going to move a whole step, and the first and second finger are only going to move a half step. So what I do is I bring my elbow around to open up a little bit, and I'm really conscious of moving the first and second finger only a half step. Now that works very nicely. Now we still have the second finger down, so after this we're going to leave the second, move the first half step behind it onto the G string, and then roll that second finger over for the fifth. And then for the next bar, we'll go up another half step to the third position. Let me play the whole thing for you. See the quick moves there. Okay, so in this third bar, well, it's sort of a third bar, however, where we have this chord, we have some decisions to make. The first one's notated with a grace note C, coming to the sixth, and that works fine. But then there's the next chord, which is not put with a grace note. I kind of like it with a grace note where we keep the same effect. So we have I don't know about the fourth one. That's where that's where it starts getting interesting. So let's assume I'm going to play it like this. See, if I do it 4 times, it starts to lose interest, becoming too obvious. So let's work back. Let's say I'll do it 3 times, but not the 4th. Sorry. See, on that last one, where we have the seventh, the A to G, it's very interesting to bring in that extra harmony, this. So, well, what happens if we play them all 2 and 2? Even from the first one. Yeah, maybe that's too much also. Maybe that's why the first one is notated a grace note and the other ones are considered like a full chord. Let's try that. Let's try it the way it's written. It's pretty good. I'm kind of thinking, let me try it with just the first two with the grace note. See, that's pretty nice also. So again, it comes to you as a student. Be engaged, decide for yourself. It's an artistic decision for you. So I'll play it like. I like that. I like 3 grace notes and then the full chord here. Now when you come here on these 16ths where you have the E, C sharp, definitely do a 1-4. Makes it, you're coming out of playing a 3rd finger G. The C sharp fits 4 very nicely. And we drop that D. We got this little riff here. It's not a big deal. Just be conscious of the C natural when you go over to the A string. Okay, so now we're coming to in my part, this is the beginning of the 3rd line. Largamente. Largamente means broad, slower. You might even say sustained. They have dashes. We don't want staccato there. Now this is a difficult little passage here to be taken apart slowly. We're playing 2 slurred, 2 separate. That means the second one comes up, 3rd one's down. So you want to just go through that fingering. The fingering is a first position. Now, 2nd position with the F sharp. Be aware that the 3rd, half step from the 1st and 2nd finger, and then you're reaching for the B. The question here is we have 5ths all the way down until the last one, which is the tritone. But how are we going to position that 5th to start with? Certainly, it's not going to happen in the 4th one. I would think that's too. For me, it's too brainiac. I just focus on getting this 3rd, then I move the 5th. Same thing here. The 2nd one is easy to get the 5th in. The 1st finger. And of course, the 3rd, 5th is open strings, no problem there. We're making the shift. And certainly in the 4th one, I'm not going to position the 5th. Right here's the 5th. And here. And of course, for that tritone, we have to move the 3rd finger. So toward the end of this, we have a little accelerando. So let's maybe start from the beginning. Maybe I should go a little slower. Yes, and it starts up. Oh, sorry. So a little accelerando at the end to come into this quite difficult next passage where we're playing B's, a whole bunch of B and G, and we have this moving line. So, for me, the right fingering is to play. We play the first two, no problem with that. Now, bridge the fifth. And then, after this one, let the fifth go, replace the third finger, and get the C sharp. Fifth, place it. You could bridge one note later. You could bridge right there, but then how do you have the legato? The legato doesn't work, so you have to make a separation. And then I feel a lot of tension in my hand at this point. So without getting into every single possible permutation there, I suggest do the bridge right here. And then release the bridge. Okay, so let's try this whole passage. With the retard toward the end of the passage. So right at the end. Now I don't know, something inside me just wants to play a little extra long. I'll have this be artistic decision on my part. You can decide different, but I just like that. When I play a 4, I don't play the open D. And, I just like to emphasize the first note of those 6s. Now here, I like coming down to first position. I feel more secure. In my music, they have printed. They get a little extra expression. But I feel, for that particular chord, not as secure. It can be done, of course, but going to second position from, it's clean. I just feel more secure in first position. That's your decision. And then, of course, back to second position. With extra retard toward the end. Okay, friends, well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this is helpful for you so you can enjoy playing this. And remember, that especially on this third line, take it apart slowly, take your time, and get the coordination. Because this is a very interesting, difficult coordination between the bow and the left hand. Up, down, up, down, up. So you end up at that point. All right. Well, thank you so much for listening. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And have a great day.